I'm Matthew Drutt, and this is Eye on Art. In this special edition, we're taking a look at Jeff Koons' first solo exhibition of new work in New York in over a decade. Entitled The Gazing Ball, it presents 17 new sculptures on view at David Zwirner Gallery in New York. The consistent feature in the exhibition is the blue mirrored gazing ball that encompasses the title of the show. These mirrored balls are often featured in gardens or in settings, architectural settings, as a kind of device of contemplation, an object to be peered into, a kind of container of the universe. It reflects the world around it, but also draws one's gaze inside. As a device in the exhibition, it functions as a way of knitting together different elements and features of sculpture throughout the history of art. Koons moves seamlessly between antiquity and popular culture in the exhibition, starting with works like the Barberini Faun, one of the great examples of late Renaissance sculpture, and moving through time into works that we recognize from him calling from popular culture, like this inflatable snowman, which is taken from either a children's toy or something found in a toy store. One of my favorite pieces in the show is actually one of the last to find its way into the exhibition. This cast of different kinds of rural mailboxes. It exemplifies, I think, Koons' investigation of popular archetypes in American culture. In this case, the generic rural post box that one finds on a country road. One thinks of them as all being the same, but in this very simple piece, he's mapped out the different typologies of this otherwise generic fixture and shown how there's actually a rather interesting variation in scale and type and detail. In another sculpture in the exhibition, he actually conflates the mailbox with another feature of Middle America, the muscle car engine. He's turned the postbox into a souped-up hot car engine like you'd find under the hood of a Dodge Charger or a Camaro. There are other pieces in the show that bring home the idea of the exhibition, which is this exploration of sculpture from high antiquity through popular culture. Things as simple as a kind of generic fountain, a very simple cast fountain that people put in their gardens and suburban houses across the United States. It demonstrates how features of classical antiquity have found their way into this idea of garden sculpture. Other works show the kind of banality of the garden gnome that people are very fond of displaying in their gardens for reasons that we're not even questioning. But that banality is kind of informed throughout the exhibition through the generic, consistent white treatment of all the sculptures. There's this kind of Canova-esque vanilla quality to all of the works, offset only by the color of the gazing ball. One of the other highlights in the exhibition is the sculptural fragment from the Temple of Zeus at Olympia. It's as if the ideas of the exhibition are summed up in the array of the centaur struggling with the Amazon under the weight of the gazing ball on his back. The gazing ball symbolizing all that deep contemplation, the history of reflection, the idea that's embedded in the history of sculpture and representation, here suffering under the weight of all of that in the piece. It's really kind of great.